Hi guys, you welcome once again here. It's been a while since I came here, but I'm here now. You welcome. I saw something and I want us to learn as we are growing up as individuals and as ladies and as people in general. What we should know in our 20s to 30s. I can't talk about 40s, 50s, 60s because I am not there yet, but in your 20s to 30s, I can confidently say something there. What we should know in our 20s to 30 years of age. And that age is termed as determination and commitment stage of our life, or determination and commitment age of our life. When you talk of determination, what is it? It is you being dedicated to a cause. And commitment is firmness of purpose. So at that stage, it is termed as determination and commitment stage. In your 20s to 30s, I have decided to simplify this that learn how to read and write. It can be you attaining all the certificates, all the degrees, but I want to simplify it that in your 20s to 30s, try your best to learn how to read and write. You can do it at any stage. You can do it at any stage, but I always say, or I always tell myself that jumping from 3 to 1 is always difficult. But when you are moving systematically from 1 to 3, it becomes a little easy. So in your 20s to 30s, if not anything, if you didn't get opportunity, because I know it's not all of us who had this opportunity of going to school, getting all the degrees, getting all the certificates. No, it's not all of us. But if you have to do something, try and do this that determined to know how to read and write. And you will be an opportunity in school. I know because of our background, because of what happens, because nobody was there to take care of us. So majority of us may not get opportunity to go to school. But in your 20s, try your best to learn how to read and write. Determine to acquire a skill in your 20s to 30s. What do you want to be? Seamstress, carpenter? Determine at that age to acquire those skills. Be determined to acquire those skills because it is what you are going to build upon it in your lifetime. So if you were able to become, you had this profession, you were able to become a nurse, or it is at that age that you should decide what you want to become. So acquire a skill, get something at hand in your 20s to 30s because you are going to build upon it. That is what you are going to build upon. So acquire a skill in your 20s. Whatever that you have envisaged, if you want to become this or that, try your best to get it in your 20s to 30s. Know your purpose. Know what you want to do in your 20s to 30s. You have to also be committed to some good habits in your 20s to 30s. My mom will always wake up at 4:30 early in the morning, as at 72 years of age. And I'll ask her, Mommy, now why? Where do you think you are going? I say, I come home. I was doing that back then when I was a young girl. I was waking up early. When I went to school, that was a training that they gave me. So it has become part of me. It has become part of her. So be devoted if you want to be an early bird, someone who wakes up early, you have to decide that in your 20s. So in your 20s, acquire good habits. If you want to wake up early, when you want to eat, what you want to eat, decide those things. Because I was learning something that time you have a very sharp memory. So you are able to organize your things by yourself. So whatever habit that you want to exhibit out there, you have to learn that in your 20s to 30s so that it becomes part of you. I am going to say this, but don't come and ask me whether I was able to. If you have the money, exploit the world. Exploit the world in your 20s to 30s. Learn different cultures, learn what is happening around the world, learn how people behave, because you may think, okay, this is how people behave, this is what this thing should be, this is what you should know, this is your religion. But when you travel, you know that we have different people, we have different color of people, we have a lot of things. So if you have the means in your 20s to 30s, learn to explore the world. I said, don't ask me whether I was able to do it when I was 20 years. No, don't ask me that. So if you have the means, explore the world, meet people, see what is happening around the world in your 20s to 30s. Don't ever think that success is only about money. It's only about dollars and cities. I'm saying cities because I'm a Ghanaian. Success goes beyond that. So know that success goes beyond money, and success, yes, goes beyond money, cities, or dollars. Know that in your 20s. So that when you achieve something and it is not money, you're not classified it as failure. No, you will see that it is still success. Learn to celebrate the little things in your life in your 20s. When you help people, when you volunteer to people, when you do charity, it is all part of success. So know that success is not only about cash, it goes beyond that. And you have to know this in your 20s to 30s. Learn to take good care of yourself in your 20s to 30s because you are going to build upon it. That is what you are going to build upon. So if you live anyhow, if you just eat anyhow, if you just put some things inside your body anyhow, you are going to suffer the consequences of that. 20 to 30, when you'll be able to think for yourself. When you say, ade we me ya ebeboa me, ade we me ya emmoa me. Nti 20 to 30 years, hunu dia wode wura wo body ni mu a ebeboa wo. Hunu dia wode ewura wo body ni mu a emmoa wo. 20 to 30 years. A time a wode make a decision ama wo ho. A time a wode take a decision ama wo ho. So know what when you put it in this body, know what is going to help you. In your 20 to 30, so yeah, na wodi nuane a enye sebi ononom neoma. At the age of 40, at the age of 50, you are going to suffer the consequences of it. And you won't go on. Sicknesses here and there. So learn to take good care of this body in your 20s to 30s. If you want to get married, if you want to establish a family, you can do that in your 20s to 30s. And Maya, don't worry. Just develop yourself. Just acquire a skill. Take good care of your body in your 20s. If you are supposed to establish a family, and then you go for it. But in Maya, just focus on yourself. And the rest will come. And also know that in your 20s to 30s, you are going to meet a lot of people. You are going to have so many friends. You are going to meet so many people. You meet those who like you, those who don't like you. But as you are aging in your 40s In your 50s, you get to know the real ones that you have to move with. Wonyina na wobɛhu wo namfonom. So in your 20s, men can say, oh, madam for penny, madam for penny, madam for penny. Make friends, build relationship with people, establish relationship with people. But as you're aging, as you're moving up, you know that these people are my real friends because you will need them as you are aging in your 50s to 60s to 70s. I've not been there, but I've seen it that at that age, you need real friends, you need real people to move with. So in your 20s to 30s, make friends, go out with people that you want to go out with. Usua nipa sɛdeɛ esi ne nipa ɛnante. Usua sɛdeɛ esi ne nipa edi nkɔmmɔ. You are building a communication between you and people. You are building a bond between you and people. Those who like, love, want to move with you will not go. They will stay with you. The man can say, oh, 20 years, mempɛ wei asɛm, mempɛ nipa, mempɛ sɛ me ne nipa bɛyɛ fine. No, explore. Build relationship with people. Like people in your 20s. Make people your minimum more. Any nipa fanamfo, any nipa nante. Then at some age, 40 upwards, ubehu omu a ewase ono omu fanamfo. We all need people. Nobody is an island. You need somebody. So learn to build good relationship at that age so that when you are aging, you know those that you have to go out with and you know those who will stick with you through thick and thin. So guys, that is what I want to share with you in your 20s to 30s. When I get to that age, I'll come and share with you what you're supposed to know. So my name is Cynthia Bonakisiwa, founder and leader for today's Women Network Ghana. I will see you again so that we talk. Anything that is going to help us, lifestyle, experience, anything that will help us, I'll come and share with you here. I love you guys. See you again in my next video. Bye-bye.